So you don't want to be farming frags here. You just want to be playing safe, making sure you keep 5 players alive. If you had an SMG in the mix, maybe you want to getting stuck in and trying to farm the $600 per kill here. But Crystal, he should be able to secure the round at this point. Speedy helps him out there with a shot. Well, the Famous actually quite a successful round, all things considered, from Space Soldiers. The fact they've actually managed to bring it down to now a 2 versus 1, it shouldn't really have happened. He had Deagles and no armor, no nades.
Well, certainly costly, exactly that. And the positioning from Major, he's given up on it. If he had held it, he may have caught Zen on the rotation as well. And Speedy, I think, spots him jumping across. Good information gathered. Coming back out for more, but they'll grab the M4, AK for Zen, so they at least keep 2 of the rifles up, but 3 gone against just pistols. Early game as well in a back-and-forth affair, so far at least. Yeah, definitely costly. Yeah,
that's going to be putting Sprout in a very uncomfortable position here going into round number 4. We do have a full buy for Space Soldiers. I know they can win this one. It is going to throw Sprout into an eco situation. But Crystal, as the guys on the desk pointed out, rolling back the years, potentially here with the AWP. Can be a very beneficial weapon on the CD side. You'll see a lot of teams running a double AWP setup. I'm not sure whether this team would. We haven't actually got to watch them yet. It's quite an exciting prospect there. 2018. New organization, new lineup, and attending the major in this fashion is always going to be a little bit of a difficult procedure. But Crystal, looking towards top and middle there, doesn't find anything whatsoever. The idea is to try and get some information, and we're crossing towards long A, try and shut them down. They have managed to cross, and you can see him aware of that, going towards that position. But Xanteras, that's what we've come to know of this young man, as he blows the head off the AWP there and cracks open that A-bomb site.
There you go. Continue to be the man that's aggressive. Major following it up. Engine's going to take down Dennis. Good execution on the way through. Speedy steps up to find a double with Paz. Has position on the ramp, immediately able to take him back. Not before losing 2, but at least in time enough to control the A site. Innocent's going to go for the flank as well.
Really nice, controlled procedure there towards long A. You can see Xanteras, no flashbangs, no smokes required whatsoever. Just faces towards long A, blows his head off, and he's innocent now in a 3 versus 1.
Yeah, and I called the flank, which is correct in his rotation, but it's not a flank in terms of going for kills. He's going to sit back and look for exits in this position, I imagine, because their money is about to be in the bin.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, he knows they can't really do anything. As you can see on the screen, thank you for bringing that up. We had 3 players sub 1,000 there, actually 4. So they're going to get $1,400 into the next round. Innocent, even if he saves it, it's not going to do too much for them. If he can take down 2 players as he dies here, maybe that could be something. Most teams do exit towards long A, but unfortunately for him, it looks like they'll be focusing towards the connector. So we'll get nothing here. We'll save the M4. Just to note, he has got an incendiary, a smoke, and a flashbang. No kit to save, but still, 1 M4 and some Deagles, they probably will force around that, is enough to win a round. Space Soldiers do indeed win. Xanteras with a lovely shot there to open things up to long A. I don't think Crystal really saw what was coming towards him. Good night.
He's so, if you watch, he doesn't have some fluid motion, I guess is what I'm saying. He doesn't have a fluid motion with his crosshair. He's very snappy, but he knows exactly where to place it, and he strafe aims a lot. So watch for more of that. Again, statue at belong is
most teams will smoke towards the end of long A, or at least flash it. He just completely wide peeks in. It's like, you know what, I'm just going to take down anyone who's there, even if you're an AWPer. Speedy picks up a Zeus. That's the taser for anyone who's not aware. Maybe we have a few viewers here due to it being the major.
And confusing that we've got 2 players named Zeus.
Yeah, exactly. It's a weapon in the game. It's not too common, but in an eco situation, especially on a map like Cobblestone, he'll go towards drop down, and it's a 1-shot kill at about 2 meters. And Innocent, but that saved M4. It's Major. Once again, there's no trade potential, man. It's just really sloppy. You don't have to do this. You can hold up in the default and make the CTs, like, present mistakes, and then you can capitalize on them.
I think we're going to see a trend, because now Xanteras has gone solo inside a drop. He'll make up for it at least, but tagged to 9 HP. Paz can find on Dennis, so they have compensated. You're right, again, 2 players going by themselves and getting caught out early at B platform. Crystal as well, 9 HP. Pistol's no problem to take down Xanteras.
Yeah, this could actually fall apart once again. Sprout, remember, they came in with 1 M4 and pistols. It's got a good recovery there by Calix. Let's get dinked in the process, but they boosted up Paz. And it seems like he is one of the key fraggers here. We don't normally talk about him in the Space Soldiers lineup. He should finish things off there. Nice work by him. 3 players surviving. What looked like a very messy and awkward procedure at the very start. Finally, it's converted to a victory there. And we should see Sprout bringing another eco to the table here as another Zeus purchased by Speedy. They're going to take a partial buy here. Means when the loss bonus starts to accumulate, you know you've got a decent buy coming into the next round. You can justify getting some upgraded pistols, Deagles, CZs, PD50 for example, bit of body armor, and some light utility. They've got 3 HE grenades. I can almost guarantee they'll use those towards the upper platform. That's where Space Soldiers seem to be giving away most of their kills here. And Calix, just to know, he's picked up a Zeus himself.
I don't know the last game I've seen a Zeus on either team.
Yeah, that's true.
Be utilized.
We'll see whether that works out. So watch out for these HEs. They're waiting to hear footsteps at the upper platform right now. That's where Paz is. And they can dump those grenades behind the box he's standing if they really want to. It's unlikely, but now Innocent with the Desert Eagle has got armor as well, trying to open things up. It's drop down, which will be the main focal point for Space Soldiers. Xanteras leading the way. Remember, trading potential has been a massive problem for Space Soldiers so far. They need to sort that out. As Innocent takes the first shot, there's no return frag, and once again, it's another 5-on-4 against an eco.
It's not at all looking positive, considering we haven't had... Okay, one gun round, but we went to A. We haven't had too many gun rounds over toward B, and it seems to be problematic time and time again. Altaris, by the way, 2 rounds in a row now has gone toward drop, so that's a change in their game style from what we've traditionally seen on Cobblestone. Now solo peeks again. Makes contact, forces Innocent off the angle. He's down to 46, but the pistols maintain the advantage with 50 seconds left to play. It's Altaris that wants to wrap out, continuing to go by himself. Alex is close enough by, but it's not necessarily for the trade because the vision restored after the flash is thrown. It's Paz that needs to make up for everything once again, walking in from long. It's Engine that gets the kill over his shoulder, but watch for the bomb to try and get to the site with a flank coming in from Speedy because they've got 32 seconds. It seems like a lot. But based on Speedy's positioning, it's going to put a lot of pressure and buy a lot of that time back for Sprout.
Paz has spotted Speedy towards the corner there. Speedy actually sneaks by, so he might actually pick this frag up, and he will indeed. It looks like another nightmare situation for Space Soldiers. He really needs to tighten things up here on these anti-ecos. You don't have to commit. You don't have to be taken down in the very first 10 seconds. Hold up. It's usually more beneficial to go towards the A-bomb site when you know you're up against a full eco. It can be very difficult to get out of drop down. As you can see, there's many places to hide: the tree, the rock, the bomb site, and there's no real utility deployed. Where's the wall of smokes? You can go for an execution still. It doesn't have to be completely dry going into the bomb site there, and it's disappointing that Space Soldiers give up another one there, but great news for Sprout. It's going to be a very good buy coming into the next round. Not so much for Space Soldiers, though, I'm afraid. 3 AK-47s, 2 MAC-10s. Major and Engine will be wielding those weapons, and they're heading towards A this time. We're going to have Dennis challenging with the AK-47 towards long, joined by Crystal, AWP, of course, in towards Danger. Bit of a crossfire setup here as Dennis is based in towards the hay belt. The smokes will hold the terrorists at bay for now. They're not going to be pushing the mid doors. They have no B control, remember. You can see in the top left of your screens that they'll wait for the smoke to go down, flashbang in, probably send the MAC-10s in to do some work, some reconnaissance, if you will, and then try and trade the frags. We'll see if this works out for them at all. Here comes the smoke and the flashbang. And they'll just commit fully towards middle and see if they can shut down the CT defense.
5 together for Space Soldiers. There's no trade potential in that, but it doesn't exist. We'll see if they can finally open up the site cleanly, although it's Crystal to try and shot back with the ABA miss. And as good as a mile, in they go, because Engine now with 2 on the MAC-10 speeds. Jump down to take damage from the flames, but he's desperate to try and get kills back, and Space Soldiers make it up.
This isn't the prettiest game of CS I've ever casted, Matt, I won't lie to you, but so far...
I'm glad you're an honest man, at least.
Well, exactly. I try to be, but 4-3. Sprout now presumably on an eco themselves. Very back and forth so far. No one really gaining a massive amount of momentum as we enter a round of parade here. We can see Crystal's gone all in, Matthew. He's gone for the AWP. Surrounded by an M4 of Dennis, and we've got the Deagles out. This is a bold move. We'll see if it works out for them. Crystal has a lot of work cut out for him. He has to actually find the first pick. He has to actively go on the upper platform. He can't just sit back towards Chicken Coop. I feel like he has to really work hard for the frags. Antares might not even let him as he misses the first shot there. They know the orbs on this side of the map. 2 misses. That's not good enough, I'm afraid. Antares will take him down, and then will connect towards the B bomb site. Before Innocent picks up the AWP, though. Finds another shot, and maybe he gives him a chance here.
Yeah, but the element gone. The fact that he was running it alone with not much support weapons with him. First shot was essential. It is only a 1-man advantage, so you're right in saying that Innocent could at least pull this back, but
yeah,
much closer to the site. I say that with bated breath, though, because they're taking the bomb back through B with insecurities as to what waits on the other side. The problem with doing that is they're actually getting closer to a forward position of Dennis, and he's got a rifle.
And Speedy's got a headshot, it seems. Paz gets taken down, and once again, Space Soldiers choking in these key situations when they have to lead. And once again, there's no trade there. You've got to be really careful with that, lads. They do get it eventually, but these are really sloppy rounds here.
And look at the HP as a result, not to mention Speedy with the headshot on the Deagle has picked up a weapon, so this is dead even. And he's got the right idea to try and get aggressive, but unfortunately not looking in the right direction. He'll get taken down immediately, and Calyx with 6 HP needs to get on the site and get the plant. He's already spotted. Good shot to Speedy, fair enough, but he's on 1, as somehow the nade doesn't connect him, just barely too far away. He's got the time to plant it. AWP as well for Innocent. Smartly, he's going to switch over to the AK-47, and he's going to play this fight. Calyx is going all in, but it's not going to work out.
Well, there we go. Once again, get the opening pick, and they have the B bomb site. They're in there, but they make a really weird call. Someone's fully committed on their team by the tree inside the B bomb site to walk all the way back round. It took so long walking. Like he said, they had no information. Is anyone top of middle? Has anyone made it to the B halls? We didn't have any presence on A whatsoever. They leave a player alone in the B bomb site. He goes down. They give away a rifle. I feel like when you're that committed, you've got someone in the bomb site itself, you really should go for it. And unfortunately, it will be another scrappy victory there. As Sprout go 4-4, there will be a force buy in response, of course, 2 AKs, and UMP, a MAC-10. It's not looking good towards the B bomb site once again. That's where Crystal will be residing. Actually, he's gone towards A this time, so he's going to be mixing things up. I do like that. And towards B, they have got a few bits of utility to work with.
Committing to the long corner today, though, does mean rather large rotation. Speedy finds the first kill as a result. The MAC-10 again will find a further frag, and the mistimed flash actually catches off Innocent, who would have been the man to find the backside of Speedy, so he still gets position. Major's going to finally take him down. Unfortunately, he gets tripping over top of his teammate Engine inside of the alleyway. That leaves him alone. AK in hand to work with. Bomb has been dropped back toward the stairwell on entrance. Good find on Dennis through the edge of the smoke. Down to the 1v1. Crystal's close, and he spots him already. He's going to stick to the CZ. 75 gets aggressive, but Crystal's gone out to the USP as well, and he finds the kill immediately.
Yeah, I'm not liking this so far, Matthew. I would say at this point, neither of these teams really convincing me they're going to make it to the final 16 of a major at this point. It's really chaotic and quite sloppy counter-strike, but overall, it's another victory there for Sprout. They take the lead 5-4. No bomb planted this time, but still Space Soldiers go all in with MAC-10s, 3 of those, and the CZ. Very interesting decisions in terms of the economic situation for themselves, and they'll probably go towards B and focus on the drop-down area, perhaps, as Innocent picks up an MP9 himself. Crystal's still on the AWP.
Just had a tweet sent to me as well that part of the reason Zontaras' most movements and mechanics are so quick is he actually plays with acceleration.
Really? That is not a consistent algorithm within CSGO. You really should not use that. Wow. Like, it's really inconsistent, but each their own. He is an amazing gamer. Yeah, exactly. He's fine with it, so whatever.
Yeah, exactly that. Silence seems to work. Alex, good frag back on Innocent, but again, the frags and trades go the way of Sprout inside of the site, set up accordingly. He's going to try and peek back out and spawn anyone. Still out toward long. That nade. That back was a smoke. Landed in late. Looked like there was a frag grenade at his feet, but apparently not. He gets inside of the drop room. Engine with 100 HP. Unfortunately, Major's in a slightly worse position. MP9 does have bomb, but 10 HP. He's really relying on Engine's position. Now, the good news is all 3 are in B, and he is behind them. Yeah, and the fact that Crystal's by the door first, this could actually get a little bit problematic for Sprout here. Engine, you're absolutely right. He has to hold the door, as he has the MAC-10 nice and close. He knows he doesn't have a range advantage here, but the A-bomb site is actually open. Of course, they don't know that, and it will be his teammate Major and 10 HP going very slowly here. I feel like they really have to just push the envelope here and see where they get stuck in, but still, here he comes, and he will be making his way to the bomb site. Yeah, problem is they didn't know if anyone else was still out toward long. Otherwise, Engine, if he had stayed closer to the B site, might have had a better position on it, but gets Crystal down. As you mentioned, he was the close one. AWP can't take the range battle, or rather, lack thereof range battle. She goes back in, tries to trade.
Wow.
He's going to point Dennis as well. As soon as he took down Major, he was a sitting duck.
3 MAC-10s and 2 CZs, and it works out. It all comes down to that man at the very end. Engine, very calm, very disciplined there. He has control of Connector for so long, falls back towards the danger room and manages to find the first shot, takes down the AWP Crystal. This is the beginning of the sequence, and you feel like with 10 HP, Major shouldn't have even stayed alive as long as he did that, as he comes out towards the long A area and uses that distraction, and it works out very nicely for him. Dennis, with the M4A1S down, only 20 bullets, wouldn't have had much left in the chamber after taking down that first kill. A force spike coming in from Sprout. From what I can see, they're going to go for Deagles, UMPs, CZ, bit of utility as well, and to be fair, it might be justified at this point, considering how bad Space Soldiers have been in that anti-eco plays. We'll go towards long A once again. This time Zontaras trying to hit more glorious shots here as he leads the way. AK-47 in hand. We have got 2 players towards the A bomb, so that's going to be Crystal and Dennis. We'll see whether they can hold them off once again.
This might be a victim of curiosity if he pushes through the smoke, having a deagle on the other side of it, but he likes to let his teammates at long do the evaluation first. No one clearing through danger, curiously enough, though, with that smoke down, knowing that Paz needs access. Basically going to leave him to his own devices to take that position. Wouldn't have taken long to clear it to push back through danger, but Alex and Zontaras together. Immediately they find Dennis. Crystal needs to get aggressive as a result, and Paz actually catches it off accordingly. So good timing, it works out. Space Soldiers get a sight. Zen, Innocent, already backing away toward B. All with armor. Pistol's worth slightly less than armor in this situation as they try and reestablish their economy. But the round of Space Soldiers puts them 6-5. Remember, it was the map choice based on how the veto worked out to Sprout, and Space Soldiers elected to start on the T side. Indeed. And T side is favored on Cobblestone. So they still need to accumulate more than just, I mean, 5 rounds. We've seen teams get away with 5 rounds on CT sides in the past.
Oh, absolutely. Well, it looks like We'll have to work a little bit harder this round. At least there's going to be 3 players alive at the moment. Make it 2 as Speedy goes down. Innocent and Zen with the upgraded pistols here. Remember, this was pretty much an all-in play from Sprouts. They've got 350 and 150 respectively left. They want to save the Deagle, the CZ have a second fight of Cherry going to the next round. They almost certainly can't buy that. Innocent might be dropped. Zen will be. And he will survive with his Desert Eagle, but that's about all he can take to the next round map. 2K per player on the Sprout Esports side, and it's 6-5. Space Soldiers have a chance here, at least to get a decent lead at this stage, as they did, as you said, mention. They picked the T side here. Hasn't been amazing so far, but maybe there's jitters the first game of the tournament itself. We do know Space Soldiers can be better than this, but yeah, need to pull the socks up a little bit. We'll have a look at the scoreboard while we're here. Engine at the very top after finding that glorious clutch with the Mac 10. He's on 12 kills. Xantara's on 8. He hasn't really got into 5th gear just yet. Zeus is out once again as they go for a mid push here. A lot of teams running this strategy in full egos, you know. It can actually be beneficial as a snowball effect. If you do get the first kill and surprise the T's like that, you get an M4 in the hands of Crystal just like that. And all of a sudden, this can get a little bit tricky for Space Soldiers. Once again, it's our first frag against an eco, but Xantares will reply, watching the flanks there. Equals things out. The bomb should be planted. The problem is that mid-push. As soon as you do spot it, even if you lose the first play, you can get the bomb down very quickly, and they might just be better off saving the M4. Innocent already has body armor here, so at least that saves a lot of cash going to the next round.
Speedy's position inside. Drop. With the taser. The Zeus in hand, at the ready.
Will you make the sound effect if it's successful?
Yeah, all right. I think it's going to be.
Oh, no, it did.
Tried.
1
it
HP.
Hit. How does that?
I've never seen that before.
I never have either.
I thought it was insta-give. I thought it was over. I guess if it goes through the wall somewhat, maybe?
I was wondering that as well, because it looked like it may have clipped the corner. That's remarkable. Okay, that's a first for me. However, what I was going to say was that he's perfectly positioned with that weapon to do exactly what it's good for. Instant hit, grab a gun, run away. All he was looking for was the economic investment of an AK-47.
If that weapon I'm not particularly well versed in. If you know exactly why that only did 99, please. Maybe it's the range. Maybe because it was at the maximum range.
I think there was fall off though.
No, neither did I. I thought if it hit, that was it. Maybe tweet me if you know the answer to that, and I can read it out. But Kanak spots him, gets the kill, taken down to 1 HP. You can see the bolts running through his body.
Yeah, and it doesn't touch the wall, the bolt, but the bolt may be inaccurate. It's actually where
it's the graphical representation.
Was. Yeah, exactly.
But either way, here we go, 7-5, another gun round here. Crystal, just to note, what we call a glass cannon. He has the AWP, the powerful sniper rifle, but no armor to protect him. So a few nades or a couple of bullets to the body could actually take him down to Xantara, like you mentioned. Focusing on that upper platform, this won't be a default this time. We have got Engine all the way in T-spawn for now, presumably throwing a smoke before they go for execution towards the B-bomb site. There will be a wall of smokes, what we call this, in front of that statue just there on the left-hand side. All the smokes will land, Molotovs will rain in, and Innocent seems to be aware of that, waiting for his chance to strike. His teammates have set him up with the flashbangs here, and it's going to be a full commitment to Space Soldiers.
So, according to Vendetta, it does have fall-off. Good entrance, finally. They're getting their
That's quick from him.
Into high. That was very quick. Like that was like words out of our mouth. There is fall off, so that's what it was. It was maximum range. But Space Soldiers looking much more like a unit working onto the B site finally. Holding hands, 2 by 2. Certainly better off than when they were giving away frags early on. Again, it'll be a save attempt from Sprout. And they will hunt. They've got the money finally. It's not a massive wealth, but around 13, heading into round 14 with a win on their hands, it's enough that they'll have money for the rest of the half, so they can afford to go after them.
Well, absolutely. Crystal wanting to save this AWP, certainly. They hold towards the B-halls here, and the hunt is on. The Space Soldiers are off the leash, trying to find anything they can as Speedy... He's already dead, man. Don't know why I'm mentioning him. It's Dennis and Crystal.
It's fine. I know you like him.
Yeah, well, he's one of my favorites. They will survive with the weapons here. Paz is putting on a pretty good show so far. Good entry frags there towards the B-bomb side. Great spray control. You see it dragging it down, just controlling the bullets, taming them almost, as he finds round number 8 for his team. Luckily, though, the AWP and the M4 saved. Very serious look on his face, just to note.
That's extremely serious.
He means business. He is not messing around. 2 rounds to go, round number 14 here. Still going to be a mishmash buy for Sprout. The UMP comes out, the FAMAS for Zen. It's enough, though, with the AWP there. And Crystal now getting some body armor. It's definitely enough. And it looks like they might go towards long A once again with 2 players. It will be indeed Dennis and Crystal. They've been trying to run this setup with Crystal baiting in Dennis, but he goes for a more aggressive stance at this point, looking all the way towards middle. He's looking at the steps where the T's like to face that area, hoping to blow their heads off. And Dennis will rotate and actually feel comfortable leaving Crystal in that aggressive position. Paz might catch him, though. chickens.
Just past Dennis, smoke down. Crystal still at the corner with the reverse angle. Majors might be in a position as well, lurking late toward drop to catch off Innocent, who wants the fast flank. But inside of the site, they've slowed off in the smoke. They go far enough for Crystal not only to find one, but follow up on the Calyx, and they want to try and get effort onto him. Finally, Zontaras hitting remarkably quick shots, as we expect, takes down Crystal.
That's almost all the firepower gone now. The orbs dropped, the Dennis M4 isn't available, and now they've got a retake without any real grenades. Zontaras with the Molotov towards the balcony area. The CTs have already committed, and he's hungry for blood. Looking for a few more shots. There's another headshot for Zontaras. Might shut this down single-handedly. 4 kills in total for him. Finds round number 9, and that's what we've come to expect from him. Now he's starting to get warmed up and showing us what he's made of with the AK-47.
And we said at 5-5 that Sprout had enough rounds, potentially, based on what we've seen from certain teams in the past, the history of Cobblestone, and Space Soldiers had to step up. Well, they certainly have, and I think that goes down tactically as well, to being able to get, you mentioned it early on, trades. Playing together.
That's a rough round for Sprout there, 5 on 3 with the orb up, and then Zontaras completely eviscerates everyone in front of him. Number 15 now, and there will be money available again to maximum loss bonus situation for Sprout. Pharmacists, UMPs, and Crystal, after saving the orb before, does have enough to squeeze out one more here. AWP, no armor, no nades, decoy in his back pocket. That'll be too beneficial in this particular round, as he's got company. He heads towards long A, and the T's are coming. Even if he hits the first shot, it's very likely he'll be taken down about 3 seconds after. He looks towards long. He's got to hit this one. There's the first. Can he survive? I didn't think he could, but he's done a good job here surviving so far. Oh, can't hit the second, unfortunately, there.
Preemptive strike doesn't land. Towers with the shot back in return. Paz will back away from middle as well. And seemingly this is part of their tactics. It's all down to timing with Paz's entrance rather than clearing from long itself. But they'll take the bomb and wrap it back around her. At least look to do so. Major's been anchoring off in the B tunnels the entire time. And Zen is very low, playing reverse side drop, 28 HP, in a position that often gets an arsenal of utility thrown toward it. Perhaps wise to relocate as a result. Unfortunately, the relocation favors the opposite side as to where the bomb is going.
Last round, 30 seconds. Bomb takes it towards A.
Fake this.
Yo, you could be right. If Major gets his kill, it's done, and the round should be over. That's going to force a rotation, but maybe not so much. Dennis isn't taking the bait right now. He holds towards long, and this could be the play that wins them the round. He hasn't rotated whatsoever, showing great amount of discipline. Her footstep right now takes down the key player, Zontaras. He drops, and they will find an AK-47.
Great adaptive call. Immediately, Zontaras called, nope, they're all still in A, and Engine slipped through the smoke and went back to B. So at least they made a brilliant decision at the last minute.
No, they haven't. I don't think he's planting. No, he's
right.
not.
He can't. He's not there in time. And they win it on time alone, because they did pull a double fake. They had A on the opening pick. They went back over. Major went in, and that lack of rotation, it does win them the rounds. Zontaras did make the call to wrap back to B, but they couldn't get there in time at all.
It was a nice idea, but yes, didn't quite stick the landing, I'm afraid. If they get that bomb down, they probably win the round, but Sprout steal it away, and we swap things over. It's 9-6 in favor of the Turkish Space Soldiers right now. Sprouts, we'll have a look at their buy on the CT side. They get 1 kit and 2 flashbangs, and Sprout will get the 1 smoke. No upgraded pistols just yet. You do get a chance. You get about 2 minutes if you want it in the pistol at half-time, just to work out what the strategies are going to be. You might as well take it. This is a very brutal format, after all, Matt. The Swiss format, where you have 3 lives, best of ones, and you don't really know who you're going to be playing into the next round, right? So it's difficult to prepare. You don't want to give anything away here, and you feel like Space Soldiers, I would say they're the favorites coming into this one.
Sure. Yep.
Jason wasn't really on the hype train. He feels like
he was the only one that picked Sprout. To be fair, I was surprised that it was actually that one-sided amongst our talent predictions, because I actually thought that Space Soldiers is a little bit shaky at times. I gave them the favorite in this, but I thought it would have been a more evenly debated topic.
Definitely have their weaknesses. Their firepower is unquestionable. They've got great players available, but it seems like there's still holes to be plugged right now, especially those anti-ego situations. They're not going to be making it deep in this major. They have that against the top teams. They will just punish you so much for that. Major, nice shot there towards middle on the CT side. He wants a little bit more here, it seems. He's already taken down Crystal, and he'll fall back 5 on 4. That's what you want to do. Get the advantage, then hold the bomb sides. He gets towards the APC right now, looking towards long A. He does grant mid-control towards Innocent and Co. The bomb is there, but as you can see, Speedy He'll be alone towards the B halls. So what's the play here? A lot of players do like to lurk in that position. That's the smoke towards connector right now. Flashbangs are coming in on a pistol. Probably no fakes coming in here. We'll see whether they fully commit. Smoke deployed, and they actually do fall back towards the B halls. Problem is they have no presence here at the platform mat, and we've got Paz, I believe, with USP. He spotted them all. That's a really early call he can give now. It's not like that fake's really done too much for me. He can actually fall back, call for all the rotation. There's 3 CTs there already ready and waiting.
Engine. Long angle, gets the first pass, still playing on the statue, can peek on the back of it, and he does exactly that to take down Zen. Also taking down the bomb, thrown forward of the walls. Seeing aggressive from drop has to happen because they need to get the bomb back, even though they do. And they get Speedy one-on-one, Innocent with the angle and the better shot.
Innocent with 4 kills in total out of nowhere. Beautiful stuff from him. Questionable call to make their way back towards B with the commitment. It's such a long rotate. The CT's had established himself on the upper platform there, but it didn't seem to matter. Innocent makes his way out of the platform, hits absolutely everything with that Glock, especially the last shot. Completely blows Engine out of the water. And it will be a much-needed pistol there. And you can see the frustration on their face. Calm down. Yes, I agree. Need to focus on the round coming up. As we get into round number 2, Space Soldiers presumably will be force buying here. I can see some CZs and Deagles purchased here. They might be taking a timeout, just trying to calm things down.
Interesting to take it immediately. It is tactical, but immediately after the pistol.
It's going to be Sprout calling it, interesting enough. So they just win the round, and maybe they just want to make sure they don't make the same mistake Space Soldiers.
Exactly. Don't lose the eco. This is their chance back into the game and to take control economically.
We do know that these rounds, it's not an open shut case like it used to be back in the day. Like, these can be very dangerous indeed. The meta right now is force buying in the second round on the CT side and trying to bring out those Deagles and CZs, and they can be very dangerous in the right hands. And Sprout very aware of that. Go fast towards long. It's just the same setup that Sprout were trying to use. 2 players towards long A. Doesn't really work too effectively here. Santaro should be taken down. He'll get 1. No flashy headshots this time. Good refrags from Dennis there as we find Paz with another kill. It's actually starting to look like it could fall apart here. 3 on 3. Paz is low. Mechanics has a couple of players towards long A. Takes a bullet to the face, and he won't be getting anything done there.
Dennis, good shot. He tries to sneak in behind them, but Crystal's just ready enough. 18 HP, he wins out the duel. Slightly less than that, 15 for Paz. He gets found by Dennis as well, 9-8, and they are back into it. So the timeout justified perhaps in that they don't lose subsequent eco. Decent frag distribution for everyone on the Space Soldier side. A little more one-sided if you want to look at the Sprout roster. Speedy leads the way with 18. He leads all, in fact, with 18.
Yeah. Not bad, is it? Just knows Hunter is 15. But this should be the full eco now for Space Soldiers. Getting 1 flashbang, that usually means like a stack somewhere. Flash over, particularly that's a long A this time, so we'll probably flash through the mid doors and try and unload. And like we discussed before in the first half, have that snowball effect. Find 1 rifle. There's the flashbang going off. The Crystal will survive, or maybe not. Major takes him down. Zen now just needs to find maybe 1 or 2 kills. Doesn't have to commit. As long as he holds him rotating towards B, he should be absolutely fine. Good angle. Well played by Zen there. Gonna find a couple of frags to deny them picking up anything. Can Major. Mac 10, top of middle. And he'll have 58 HP. The bomb's planted on the B bomb site, as you can see by Innocent there. And not really much Major can do here. If he finds a kill, that's 600 extra dollars. That weapon won't be too beneficial going to the next round, is where the game really begins in the second half. The gun round, of course.
And a gun round at 9-9. Innocent to take down Major at the AK. Pretty straightforward.
Just to note, like, this Sprout team is another similar vein to FaZe and Mouse Sports. This is an international squad, right? So we can hear them in the background, like chatting English there. So it's always interesting to see that more and more teams adopting this. Like, some not necessarily having talent available in a particular region. Like, I guess Germany at this point, most of the best players from Germany in big right now. So
sure.
Speedy and Dennis have to work out, well, if we want to make a team together, we're going to have to pick players from different regions. And I'm sure they're used to speaking English from the Mouse Sports,
well,
so that's fine.
And on the other side of that as well, there's certain people in regions that don't get opportunity that perhaps they want to look for elsewhere. I would give Innocent the nod on that, for example. He's, VP in Poland has been the staple for so long, the most consistent roster of any esport roster, and has been together, I think, now for 4.5, if not 5 years at this point in time. So for him, without a second Polish team that's been very consistent, he's just had enough. He's looking elsewhere.
Well, I think you're absolutely right there. Just to note, Paz has $4,750. That is exactly enough to purchase the AWP. So that's why they'll take a pause right now and work out, do we want him with just the AWP and nothing else? Or does he get a UMP and all the nades? They are pretty weak right now. They get the M4 tab, but not a single player has a kit. So Paz goes for the M4. Presumably he buys the one and only kit. We'll see if that comes through. He's got Incendiary so far. He won't. He spends his money on the Incendiary. So that's interesting. If the bomb gets planted, they're going to find themselves in a very uncomfortable position here. Not so much a bonus situation for Sprout. They do only have one SMG going to round number 19 here. That's going to be Speedy, UMP in hand, and Crystal. Of course, AWP hasn't had the best game so far. 8 kills, 15 deaths. And it's a full rifle setup, as I mentioned, for Space Soldiers heading towards A. Sprout dictate the pace here. They know they have a huge advantage in terms of the money. They've got Space Soldiers on the ropes and looking to take the lead for the first time in a very long time.
Dennis, Zen, and Innocent together. Crystal will babysit if anyone pushes out toward long. They're going to work their way into mid. WP still for Crystal. Already making steps toward the site itself, having walked out into the ramp area. That means Engine and Zantaras are left alone behind them. When Speedy can still try and find them through danger. And in fact, they're going to spot up Engine, which turns the attention of Zen. He goes directly over to the choke point position. Finds the kill. Calyx goes down. Zantaras is isolated and bombs planted. This should be the Sprout round. However, Zantaras puts up a fight to try and at least get Speedy back. And with Paz getting one, it's actually just going to be for the escape at this point in time. Losing Zantaras, it was their best bet back into the site.
Solid default there from Sprout working together. And Zen, the Finnish boy wonder, stepping up with the AK-47 there. 2 frags for him. Dennis with the 3rd. And Paz, 5 HP Major, holding the B-bomb. So there's nothing they can really do but sit back and wait. They'll try and save their weaponry here. You can see them calculatedly placed towards the back of the site, one on the platform, one of the chicken. Doesn't look like Sprout will be on the hunt right now. You know what? It's almost a valuable strategy to just allow them to save their weaponry and make them force by the next round, thinking they've got 2 weapons there. We always discussed it was really Threat and NIP that really established this idea. You don't want to hunt them down. Let them save 2 rifles and almost ruin the round for themselves next time, because they're going to be force buying with UMPs and trying to chuck out everything they possibly can. And if you do win this round, Sprout that is, it's going to be a massive position to be in there. You're looking at a 5-0 deficit and completely shutting their money down. So then.
Op at least for Crystal. Sprout finally getting a lead. They'll be happy with that. It's taken them a while to get there after losing 5 rounds in a row in the second half, the first half.
Yeah.
Engine's going to be the one to play aggressive. Zantaras rotates early. No one's gone aggressive inside of boost so as to, or rather, excuse me, in drop so as to boost or try and get into the B tunnels to good effect. And interestingly enough, 4 players toward B right now for Space Soldiers leaves a rather lopsided affair. An Engine with a lot of pressure applied onto him, or at least soon to be. Zen wants to lead the way with the bomb, but thankfully they'll smoke off Engine before that becomes a problem. In doing so, though, they start to draw the attention of the players at B, and they get much closer to connection for a rotation should it be required.
Much to report here. We have got long A control and Speedy waits towards middle, just trying to bait out grenades on the CT side, bleed them dry. We do know that there's a lack of money on the CT side here. They have 3 flashbangs remaining. Zantaras with the Incendiary, watch out for that. An Engine pushes through the smoke. Speedy will spot that coming. Major finds a frag with the M4A4. And now the commitment towards the A side comes through. Good Molotovs deployed here. Zen looking for anyone being flushed out there from the bomb side itself. Plants safely, knowing the flames are in front of him. They can't actually jump up and do anything about that, man. That's actually quite smart, that approach. It flushes CTs out and stops them pushing towards the plant itself. Zen, he's playing really well in this second half right now. The AK-47 looks fantastic as Dennis finds one of the final decisions here. They know exactly what the last player is. That's Zantaras, and down he goes. Crystal starting to arrive at the AWP. Really nice round there from Sprout, and they really have this half in their grasp. They're looking very good. This is much cleaner than what Space Soldiers looked on their T side.
Oh, absolutely. Far more tactical all the way through. Good trade from Dennis as well onto Calyx. Having taken back the site, the post plant.
Yeah, good work. Good jump there by Crystal. That's nice movement just to get the information, knows exactly what the remaining CT is. Doesn't allow Zantaras even an opportunity to fire at a shot. And that was a force buy, remember, from Space Soldiers. The maximum loss bonus coming in now, so they can justify a bit of a partial buy here. We discussed that idea earlier in the first half. You get upgraded pistols, a couple of sets of body armor, some basic utility, and see whether you can find opening shots. But so far, so good for Speedy and Co. Good grenade there towards the E-box room. Dennis trying to find that first kill, which he will not. It looked like he had that destined to come in his favor, but unfortunately, Zantaras will take him down 5-on-4. Doesn't manage to get the rifle. With low HP, he just wants to get the hell out of there. And now that should slow things right down here for the international squad.
Certainly gives them something to think about. Can't commit blindly. Paz as well is not part of the stack that is toward B. He's electing. Let's see, he's at 75 with armor in his battle. Lonely battle. Major's at least rotated back to A and B inside of the site when Paz gets found. But I'm not 100% sure they'll commit to that side just yet because Innocent is leading off back toward B. Zen's going to try and sell this. So taking no chances against the pistols.
I like
They've
the
sold
approach.
it well as, yeah, double smoke. Calyx,
Yeah,
Major,
cool.
and Zantaras is already back over. Engine's going to go at least to the B side, at least somewhat close to where the action will be, but with just the pistol. I imagine he accomplishes much. The second shot coming from Calyx. They've got the inbound punch. Zen. He was the one that was trying to sell the fake toward A. He's going to get in position. Innocent's going to do it all as it himself. I was going to say Zen's going to be perfectly positioned to just get a clean flank on all of them, but ball goes down. Just Paz remaining, and it's 12-9. So Sprout are looking very formidable on the T side.
Yeah, that was a lovely fake. You can see that's so cool. They get some vision control, push the CTs back, deny them any sort of vision as to what's going on middle. They've got some very deep smokes actually throwing from the T side of middle there, behind the door, that land on the A-bomb site and actually pull rotations over. At that point, because they're on the T side of middle, they can go back towards the B halls and actually find themselves in towards the B bomb site as the smokes are blooming towards A. Get in there, and you can see the CTs. They knew it was coming just before the bomb was planted, but they've got to rotate through the double doors in the B bomb site there. Get wrecked by Innocent, who's ready and waiting at the AK-47, just to knock them all down as they come through. It was an eco, sure, but Sprout operated very efficiently there. I liked that a lot. We go to another gun round here. Space Soldiers yet to post anything in the second half. Paz with the AWP this time around him will be 4 M4s. They've got a decent amount of utility, and now it really is time to turn up, Space Soldiers. Round number 22, we thought they'd be clear favourites here, but Sprout showing us that the more tactical side, and it's actually paying off in spades right now.
Yeah, but underwhelming perhaps from Space Soldiers as well. Calyx forced off the position at drop. He's still going to stay inside of the room, but smoke in front.
Yeah.
And he's finally going to have pressure in this position as well.
We'll see what he can do here. Drops that smoke on top of the Molotov, so he gives him like a little bit of a one-way here. It's not perfect, but it does allow him to have somewhat of an advantage. Pushes them back there with the incendiary, but it doesn't last forever. 7 seconds on that, and it's going to be up to Dennis now to try and shut him down. He won't face straight away. They're just building up their play, working out what sort of information is available to them. Looks like it will be a B finish here with Dennis focusing towards drop down, while his teammates go towards the upper platform. That's yet to be seen as they start to get control of that area.
Sell it off from the outside. Dennis goes down. He shot into the corner to fake make noise. Dennis gets control of it. Zantaras blinds them up, however. Bomb goes down. He still knows Innocent's close, but he's got to be careful. Incendiary in hand rather than the gun, but he backpedals accordingly. Unfortunately, not quite enough. Innocent's got the bomb back and a great shot to Engine.
Yeah.
It's down to a one-on-one with Paz, who has the AWP and is smoked off currently. He'll make his way back in through E-box. Pre-scoped as well. Won't need to make noise when he gets close enough to Innocent, but tough to commit. It's tough to have a nerve to stay in such a tunneled vision when you're trying to get information inside of a rather broad position, especially when Innocent's not gone out toward the stairwell. So smart decision to go to the AK, and he makes it work as well.
That's the first round for Space Soldiers there. One player surviving. That will indeed be Paz. Great work by Innocent there. The 180 towards the Hobbit hole to actually pick up that kill and bring it to 1v1 situation. The problem is Space Soldiers, yes, like I said, they win the round, but one player surviving. There's so much reset potential here. Sprout know it, and Zantaras definitely saves the round there. It was a 5-on-4. He managed to delay Innocent as long as possible there. And Paz, upgraded to the AK-47, wins the round. Had to make a ton of noise, and that's why Innocent faces. You can see the frustration on his face there. Like I said, though, Space Soldiers will buy up into this round. Everyone's down to 0. Lose this, it's pretty much game over. It'll be 13-10 with no money in the bank. They'll be forced to go all in with pistols. So they have to win this round. It has to be a conversion here. Nothing else will do. If they can lose the round, maybe save with 3 players, that would be enough. But apart from that, we'll see whether Sprout will change the pace here. Looking like they'll go fast towards B. Flashbangs going in. They do see the more tactical side as Innocent leading the charge. Had a very good game so far. AK-47 in hand, trying to find the opening kill.
Should do as well, because Zantaras was completely blinded and out of position. Somehow slips away inside the smoke. Engine and Zantaras, therefore, having stayed alive, combined for 3 kills, make it 4, 3 of which are all by Zantaras. He's pulled one back, but Zantares gets away from danger and somehow is the danger man himself.
That's amazing. He didn't even take any damage there, Matt. 4 kills, shutting down a B-rush by himself. This guy is an animal. 12-11, he keeps the dream alive. He said it was must win. How does he do that? M4 as well, making it look like an AK towards the end. Lovely shots there, they can't find him. And this shot sounded extra crispy as you can see the frustration coming in there. Innocent loses another 1v1.
Well, and essentially missed the opportunity to take down Zantares immediately.
Yeah. Well, there we go. Innocent starting to get a bit rattled here. Zen is down to 70 HP. Did he get knifed in spawn? I see that. Wait, I think I've said that.
Yeah,
I've done 20 times in 2017. He gets knifed by his teammate in spawn.
It's one of those bad habits, like just don't do it during practice.
Yeah.
Because it becomes a muscle memory thing and you just do it without thinking.
And the thing is, like, you might not seem like a big deal 70, but that makes the M4s.
Yep.
And even those UMPs have 1-tap potential now. That's a really big deal.
Engine Cop's damage from an A down to 39. It's from the smoke at long in a battle with Innocent, but Q-stack bomb toward A with 4 players at side for Sprout. Zantares and Major are going to try and work together, both covering from long, one at corner, one watching down danger himself, which is Major. Crystal and Dennis, that'll be the first to round the corner. Wants to bait them in, tries to bait them in, but it doesn't work at all, not even close. Dennis walks around and finds Zantares sitting in the hay bales, and good response from Crystal as well. Major goes down, so this becomes the last line of defense.
Yeah, he had a chance there to shut him down. The smokes come through. This makes him almost redundant, Matthew. He might have to fall back and just call it a day. Save the AWP. It'll be Innocent, though, listening out for footsteps as he holds towards drop down. He'll suddenly get some information here. It's coming through. Finds an easy shot there. Make it a double. Showing some frustration in the previous round, but makes up for it in round number 24. They're going to take the lead once again, and that's going to be a real difficult situation for Space Soldiers. Only one player surviving at this moment. Paz still might go down here. Now they know where he is as he rattles off another shot there from the upper platform. 5 players hunting him down. They're not going to let him save that AWP. It's way too dangerous. And he misses another and surely goes down. Dennis finds him. And that should be game. I'm not going to say they're completely broken. Well, they are. They've got about $1,600 per player. And it's 13-11. They have at least have to take a full eco, but they're going all in, map. This is it now. Do or die time. Fight or flight. CZ's armor. 1 smoke. And a dream, perhaps. Are you believing
romantic of you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get that romantic.
No? Okay.
No.
Well,
I appreciate it.
It's going to be a little bit of a desperate attempt here. Just pistols. They are all in with a couple of smokes, a couple of flashbangs. That is it.
Crystal immediately looks toward mid to see if there will be any uncharacteristic rushes with the lesser weapons. Major rush to at least get himself positioned at long. Go beyond the corner. In fact, he knows they're now on the other side. Oh, that nade. Bouncing in, it's up 12. Fight forward and fights valiantly, but only gets damage into Innocent. 7 HP left for him. With Major down. And an initial, I won't say stack, but bias toward B. I'll have to spread the defense out quite thin, and this should go 14 to Sprout. I know it's early to call that, but just based on positioning and how tactically they've been playing, it would be hard to fathom them losing in one of these situations against pistols. Stranger things have happened. But you can see the mentality immediately. Slow down, play as a team, work together.
Well, they will commit towards the A-bomb side. That's with the bombers. Smokes towards connector. All the players from the CT side and the B-bomb side. This round is done, I'm afraid. I won't hide this one up too much, as I think Space Soldiers are aware of their predicament at the same time. They might as well save map. They'll manage to bring Armor and CZ to the next round, have another chance at it, but still not looking too good, I'm afraid. 14-11 guaranteed at this point. They will be boosting up towards drop down to see if Canax can find anything here whatsoever. He'll get up, and by the looks of things, they might not even find a frag. You haven't seen Speedy in a pretty promising position right now. If he goes all the way towards T-spawn, he'll actually find them saving their upgraded pistols towards T-spawn. That's one. And now he gets information about what he's saving. He needs to have crisper aim on that to find some shots, but it will send them back in towards the B-halls. I'm sure they'll go for a couple of kills.
Taking every penny to the next round, Space Soldiers will, with only 2 rounds in this half, find themselves, as you said, desperate. I'm gonna get romantic. I've given up on romance, Henry.
Whoa, yeah.
You were my last hope, and it all fell apart.
Oh, maybe next year. 2019 give you yours.
Nah, it's all right, I'm good.
Fair enough. 33 kills for Zantares. They might be in vain at this point. 2k per player. They have the CZ. At least they can get utility with the CZ at this point. That's the benefit of saving them, I guess, with the armor. So they can get some utility to go with it. They could go for UMPs if they really wanted to. But either way, it's not looking too good. Sprouts are firmly in the driving seat right now. As you can see, them looking quite calm. Innocent showing some signs of frustration earlier, but as they home in on a victory, I'm sure it'll all be worth it. He did get bested by Xantares a couple of times in the clutch situations. But it's a chance to calm down here. Sprout want to guarantee map and indeed match points, so it will be them taking a timeout just to discuss what the play coming in for Space Raiders could be. Are they going to stack towards B? Are they going to rush us? What do we just go for a full-on fast play towards the A bomb side down mid-ramp? Something like that. Or would you go for a slow default, wait for to see what they're presenting? Many options here. And Dennis, the in-game leader.
Yeah.
I see him picking out that role. We'll see if it...
As well as entry
it's
fragging,
it's
by
a
the way.
fast middle area by the looks of things. That's what I'd be calling right now. I think that's a good call. Stick together as a 5-man unit, knowing they've got pistols. They won't have a massive amount snowball effect. So just get in there as a group, go for the trades, and Innocent will go first. No smashing the desk, please, young man. As we go to round number 26 and potentially match point for Sprout.
Yeah, interesting that you mentioned he's in-game leading again, Dennis, but also doing it while entry fragging. He's not the only one in the world doing that, but it's always a talking point. Crystal tries to get the shot through danger. Lots of vision, couldn't land it. Instead, though, Innocent on the inside of the site has Zen alongside of him. They'll easily take down Paz, Major, Xantares, all in that order. Just Engine and Calyx on pistols, and map point achieved, I would say, for Sprout. Not the worst time to ever have a double eco situation. Not even attempting to go any further with it, so.
Well, it's definitely over, isn't it? There's a desperately try and find another kill towards the B horse here, as Calyx will be boosted up towards drop down. I don't think he'll get much done here, though, I'm afraid, as he'll hold up with the CZ in hand. 15 guaranteed now. That is indeed match point. As the bomb will go off any second now. It's up to Engine and Calyx to save their CZs. Money at about the 2k mark. They didn't actually spend any money into this round. They're opting to go for overtime. So still possible. It's going to be a lot of pressure on them, of course. So Engine and Calyx saving their armor is actually a big deal, because that's going to save them some cash. Going to the next round, they can buy the M4s. Helmet's not actually required. On the CT side, obviously up against the AK-47s of the AWPs. The helmet doesn't do too much for you, so you can focus more on the utility. Get some kits out, we'll see if that comes through. And we'll go into potentially the last round here. Here we go then, no AWPs on the CT side.
You have to imagine Sprout as well will be reasonably pleased with a good start in the major, but they'll also have their eyes and sights set upon Big, who were a project in their own right. Dennis has played with Dobby and Tabson in the past. Take back that German #1, if you will. Major, good shot to Speedy. At least the start that Space Soldiers need for the last round if they want, or potential last round. I want to get toward that overtime. Another spot, another find. Major takes down Innocent. Gun air barrel sticking forward as he snuck in late as well based on a flash. So they'd already pre-cleared that with Molotov, or rather, excuse me, with a nade, and then he got in behind it. Molotov goes in now. They pull back at least one kill.
Well, Dennis. 4 versus 3, what can you pull out of the hat here in terms of the tactical decision? In terms of utility, the CTs have 1 smoke remaining, 2 flashbangs. Terrorists, not much more. 2 smokes for them, one of which has been deployed. That's going to be going in towards the drop-down area. Dennis will shoot there just to mask his footsteps as he gets in towards that drop-down room. It looks like a B split could be happening. We have got Crystal with the AWP towards middle. He'll fall back and join his teammates towards the B site. Calyx here looks like he's almost destined to find this kill, but Dennis says no. Cracking shot from him. 3 on 3, 40 seconds remaining. And Xantares, he is the king of the B bomb site, but the king has been slain, and it will be a 3 on 2 as Sprout somehow take the lead out of nowhere.
It's found by Zen. It's all down to Engine. Xantares was desperate to play the Hobbit hole, and a good shot from Zen, 16-11. Sprout's pleased with that, and rightfully so. They'll take